What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today we are here for week number 8 of the CGT, and we are so close to being eliminated from playoffs. But a win today goes an absolute mile to help us clinch playoffs, because with the win today, we should basically be able to clinch if we win next week. With a loss today, it's very, very, very unlikely that we win, even if we win next week. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure here, and on top of that, we're playing against one of the best coaches in the league, being Addison and her Chicago Strength Sap. She is rocking the double water fairies in Fini and Azu, and she's proving that it is working really, really well, because not many teams have an answer to two crazy powerful water fairies like that. But let's go ahead and jump into it. As always, guys, make sure to leave a like on the video. We're aiming for 60 likes on the videos as always, and be sure to comment the secret word of the day, which will be down below, as well as what you guys think of the battle too. Now let's go ahead and jump into it. Starting off with the team, she has an Aegislash, which is terrifying. Fini and Azu, as I mentioned before, are incredible breakers and defensive pieces for her team because they're really bulky. She's got the Nihilego, which is one of these scarier things. Thankfully, I have access to a Porygon 2 and a Scizor, which should be able to handle the any Nihilego set that she wants to bring. MattOshea she has not brought once this entire season, 0 times. Crazy. However, I do think it makes a lot of sense for it to come this week as a Scarfer with close combat. Fighting is really good against my team to break through Porygon 2, but also U-turn is there for the Latios because she can be Scarfed and be able to outspeed that thing and get big damage off on it. Zarude, same situation, unless she wants an immunity to Psyche. That's why she brings Zarude, in my mind, over the Mienshao, or if she's really worried about the Swampert, for example. The Crobat is, I think, a must bring for her. I think the must brings for her are going to be the double water fairy core, the Fini and the Azu, the Aegislash, and then the Crobat. Crobat is a great defogger. It's a great pivot into Tangrowth, which is one of the Pokemon that really handles her team effectively outside, well, handles the water fairies effectively. So I do think that Crobat makes a lot of sense. Mesprit is another great pivot, a great rocker, one of her 3 rockers on the team. And then there is going to be X-Cloud, which is really solid here because of Soundproof, to be immune to Toxtricity sound moves, which is really nice. The good thing is Punk Rock will weaken the sound moves that X-Cloud does back to me, which is good. I don't have to run sound moves on Toxtricity. And then there's Stunfisk, which again, second rocker here. It is a really good check, decent check at least, to Toxtricity, because if it is fully spit death, I do like 35-ish%. It's a 3 KO basically to Stunfisk with Boom Burst if I'm like a boosting item. Trapinch could be annoying because it could come into just like trap Toxtricity, and depending on the investment, I could actually not get the KO on it, which would be really insane. And Torque has the one mod I don't think could come at all, but everything else I do expect to come. Let's go and jump into our first mon, which is going to be our Tangrowth. Choji makes his return with the knockoff Sludge Bomb, Power Whip, and Leech Seed. We are fully physically defensive. This so we can handle the Zarude, the Mienshao, the Mesprit if it's not special or if it's mixed, and most importantly, the Azumarill and I guess physical Aegislash. Really, those are the main things. We have to be able to handle those Pokemon. Rock Helmet is there because we need to chip down Pokemon like the Azumarill, like the Mienshao going for knockoffs, U-turns, close combats, whatever. Same deal with Zarude and Crobat going for U-turn, and be able to punish them with a later Pokemon down the line with priority. Really, really important there. Sludge Bomb is there in case she is running something like a Sap Sip or Azumarill, just to be safe. I don't think she will, but it also hits something like the Zarude, the Fini for good damage. It does really good damage to Mesprit, to X-Cloud, and then Power Whip is there mostly because I'm worried about Calm Mind Fini, and if I go for Power Whip against Max Defense Fini, we're doing over half to it, which is really important. Leech Seed is there because after the first time I'm going into the Azumarill on the, let's say Banded Azumarill, or let's say even it's just Mystic Water, whatever. It's going to take Helmet Chip. It's not going to want to stay in against me. I really doubt that because she's going to lose her Azumarill, which is a really good breaker in the matchup and a really good priority with Aqua Jet to revenge things. So I go for knockoff the first time on the incoming Crobat, get rid of its boots, which is super important. And then after that, I can just go for Leech Seed because Leech Seed forces the Crobat to click Roost. As soon as we see a Roost come out, then I have a free switch into something else to get momentum. And that's really important. So I feel much better about this set here than I did about the other sets that had like Earthquake and Giga Drain. So I like this set a lot. Next up is going to be Sinbad, our Toxtricity. Toxtricity is mostly here as a decent breaker, but also something that can take hits from like the Tapu Fini. Because I am Assault Vest, I can eat basically any hit from that Pokemon and fire off really big damage. It also lets me take a hit from the Nihilego and pivot out into something like my Scizor down the line, which will be able to revenge KO that thing with Bullet Punch. It'll be great against special Crobat. It'll be good against special Aegislash. It really forces a lot of prep on her end. On top of that, it does force potential Trapinch to be brought or Stunfisk to be brought as well. Our speed on this set is there for 12 speed Fini or for an Adamant Azumarill. Sludge Bomb is there because originally we originally want Sludge Bomb to be able to get poisons for a Turtonator that had Venoshock. However, we decided to stay with Sludge Bomb because the chance for poison I think is more valuable than the chance for the extra 5 base power that the Sludge Wave would provide, especially against a team like this. There's not always going to be an opportunity for Fini to have the terrain up, so I felt like having Sludge Bomb would be the best bet, and then Volt Switch is just self-explanatory volts, which is really, really good. Our next mon is going to be Smaug, our Aerodactyl. This is dual wing meat, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Taunt. We were Dragon Dance, but we went with Taunt because we cannot be set of fodder for Tapu Fini. We can't. Because in the event that Tapu Fini comes in and is Taunt herself or Calm Mind or whatever, we're in a really bad spot. So if I taunt that thing and start dual wing beating it down as she goes for like a setup move, then I'm in a really good position. Especially because we'll basically take any one hit as long as it's not like Hydro Pump from offensive Fini. So we wear that thing down, then we can go into something like our Scizor and go for game. That is our strategy with the Aerodactyl. Other than that, the Edgequake coverage hits everything for really, really good damage. It destroys the Aegislash, it really hits the Azumarill, then Nihilego, the Crobat for good damage overall, and then the flying coverage is great for the base 105s in Mienshao and Zarude. We have a really interesting investment spread on this Pokemon here, but the speed is there for Zarude and Mienshao, and we do take any Scarf Mienshao attack other than Reckless High Jump Kick, and we do take Zarude's Jolly Power Up as well, which is really, really cool, and Unnerve is there so no berries can be eaten on her side of the field. Next up is going to be a Pokemon that actually did not make the original build, but it is here nonetheless, and that is going to be Life Orb Latios. Soren makes its return with Psyshock, Thunderbolt, Mystical Fire, and Substitute. Again, this is a Pokemon that we changed slightly, just a little bit. We originally had, I think it was Psyshock, Thunderbolt, Aura Sphere, and Shadow Ball, because Shadow Ball hits the Aegislash and the Mesprit, and then Mystical Fire hits the Zarude. Which, yes, in theory, that makes a lot of sense. However, Mystical Fire now frees up a little bit. Not Mystical Fire, I said Aura Sphere was going to hit the Zarude. Mystical Fire is really good because it hits the Aegislash and the Zarude for good damage, so I have to like make a 50-50 about those. It also weakens the special attack of Pokemon like the Fini coming in, which is really nice, and that means I can maybe live an attack while I go for a Life Orb, Psyshock, or Thunderbolt. On top of that, sub is really important here, because if I'm in a situation against Aegislash, I'm always clicking sub if she hasn't revealed like a leftovers or whatever the case may be. Because if I'm worried about weakness policy, autotomize Aegislash, I click sub. At that point, she goes for her autotomize because I'm going to go for a Mystical Fire and try and get an attack off on it, a super effective attack off on it. She goes for the autotomize. She will now outspeed me. She's forced now to break my sub. She's forced. So if she goes for whether it's a Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon, whatever, she will now be in Sword form, and then Mystical Fire will get the KO on it after the fact, which is really, really important. I like that a lot. Even though sub and Life Orb doesn't make a lot of sense, I think in this situation, it does. It definitely does. The speed on this Pokemon is there for the base 105s in the Zarude and the Mienshao. Our next mon is going to be Deadpool, our Scizor. This is our win condition. Again, it feels like every single week this Pokemon is a fantastic win condition for our team. We got it for Swords Dance. It is so hard for her to beat this Pokemon because Azumarill, if it's got the chip that I'm expecting it to have from helmets and from rocks, it's going to be taking a lot of chip and then plus 2 Bullet Punch with the KO. Same deal with Tapu Fini. This Pokemon can Oko Nihilego with the Bullet Punch, assuming it's not Sash or Babiri Berry. The Zarude. Yes, Zarude in this case is a problem if it is bulk up specifically. If it's not bulk up, I'm not that worried about it. I do feel we can also get a lot of chip on that Pokemon. Mienshao, we get the +2, we Oko. Aegislash, if I get the +2 with knockoff, it's a 50-50. Is she going to be going for the Shadow Ball? Is she going to be going for the Substitute? Is she going to go for a King Shield? Who knows? But I get a Swords Dance again, and I should be in a really good position to be able to break her team down really effectively. The main thing with this Pokemon is we have to get things in range. That is so, so important, and if I lose Scizor, I think I lose the game, and I might even lose our season. Our next and final mon is going to be Guy, our Terrakion, with the Chople Berry this week as a lure for Mienshao, as a lure for, I don't know, Superpower or post-combat Aegislash, who knows. But that's really the main thing. We want to be a lure for the fighting type attacks. Earthquake is great against something like Aegislash, like the Nihilego. Stone Edge is fantastic against something like the Crobat, the Mesprit, as decent against the Tapu Fini, the Azumarill, and then close combat is good against everything else really, which is fantastic. But the main thing this is here for is getting up rocks and outspeeding things. That's why I can't bring Swampert as my rocker. That's why I can't bring Aerodactyl as my rocker, because Aerodactyl is a better time clicking taunt and then not being fodder for Fini. This is never fodder for Fini. It just clicks post combat, or well, Stone Edge twice really, puts it in basically range of Scizor, and that's really, really important. So hopefully we can get the job done with this team, guys. I'm really hoping that it works out well. Make sure to comment turkey down below. It is the secret word of today because it is Thanksgiving in Canada at the time that I'm recording this video. So make sure to comment that down below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the battle. All right, everyone, we are back, and she basically brought what we expected here, which is going to be the 4 Pokemon, the double water fairies in Fini and Azu, the what is it called? Aegislash, the Crobat, which I thought were must brings. There's the Nihilego here, which I assume is going to be here for rocks. Maybe the late game sweeper later on. There is the Fini, the Azumarill. I'm just writing everything down. The Aegislash. There is the Stunfisk. There is the Nihilego, and then the Crobat. So double poison types. I do have a grounded poison for Toxic Spikes, which is really nice. All right, what is my lead here? My lead in the mocks has been Terrakion. The only real punish to this, in my eyes, is going to be Fini or Azu, and even then, Fini is like not that big of a deal because I want to get chip on that Pokemon. So I'm going to lead off with the Terrakion. I think a lead of Nihilego for her makes a lot of sense. or a lead of the Stunfisk also makes a lot of sense, but I think she's going to lead Nihilego here, in my eyes. Good luck, have fun to Aquarius. We need the W here, but she's an awesome person. Shout out to our front office for all the help. We got mocked from Razor, from Kirby, from Joe Flamin, and I believe, and Pat Mac as well. There we go. So fingers crossed and get the W. We definitely need it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm ready to get a win here. We need it big time. So Cleopatra is the lead, which is going to be the Tapu Fini. Okay, so we go Terrakion against the Tapu Fini. So if Fini is offensive for some reason, Moonblast has one roll to KO if it's timid, which is fine. That's fine. All right, obviously I want to get my rocks here. I really want to get my rocks up here, but I think my play is actually going to Sinbad right now. I don't want to take too much damage from this. I think she goes for a water move, maybe a Moonblast, and we'll be able to find out right away what kind of damage we're dealing with on the Fini here. We see Moonblast. So Moonblast, if it's offensive, to 17 to 20. 169 down to 142, that's 17 points of health. And of course, the special attack drop. That really hurts. Wow, that really hurts. So I did 17, 27 points of health. That is definitely not offensive here. That's fine. Here I can go and switch out into... I can go back into Terrakion here. I think I can also just go for the... I can just go for my... my Boom Burst right now. Pretty free in my eyes. Yes, the what is it called? The Stunfisk can come in, but I can always just double into Aerodactyl. I can do a bit more chip to it, and then go in. So I think I'm actually going to do that here. We'll go for the Boom Burst. We'll go for the Boom Burst. We're going to see a swap. There's Fishbowl. Oh, it's this thing instead. Okay, that's fine with me, I guess. So Boom Burst comes out. Yikes. Now we'll go for our Volt Switch here. We should outspeed. If she goes for a, I don't know, Toxic Spike, that's one thing. If she goes for Rocks, that's another thing. There's the Power Gem, so obviously we're going to be able to take this hit. 142, yikes, down to 57. Let's pull the calc. 142 minus 57 is 85 points of health. And Nihilego, does that tell me anything about Nihilego? Power Gem does 85 points of health. That is like... Okay, that's like Hardstone, or could it be Jolly... Could that be Jolly Spec? Timid Specs? It could not be Timid Specs. I mean, it's possible, obviously, but I don't think it is. I can go into Deadpool here. I have a pretty free knockoff in my eyes if I go to do this. Like, why would she stay in? So we'll do this. Against, I maybe shouldn't have done that. Let me double check the Scizor calc. Power Gem does 80 points of health at the most. Again, there's no way that she could have done that much damage to my Toxtricity, because Moonblast lowers special attack, not special defense. Right? There's no way she could have done that much health unless she was much more offensive. I'm going to go for the knockoff here. Yeah, swaps out into what? The Potato. Okay, so the Stunfiskers are switching, it looks like. So now Stunfisk is no more recovery. So I did about 25%. Stunfisk. Physically defensive, taking a knockoff. Where is Scizor? Yeah, I think that's like physically defensive. Okay, here I can make a double. I think that she's going to go for her rocks here, but I'll go into Guy myself right now. I'll get up my rocks. And we'll play this game. So we're going to make our double. We're going to see a Stealth Rock. Yep. So part of me's like, I can obviously click Swords Dance there, but this thing does get Foul Play. And if I get to +2 against it, Foul Play is going to do, well, at neutral, it does 40% min. Or max, rather, excuse me. So here I can go for my close combat, I can go for my Earthquake. I do think that my rocks are my best play in this instance, so we'll get them up, because it's just going to force chip on basically everything. And there's the swap into Cleopatra. That's fine, we get up our hazards. Obviously, my switch instances are not really existing, which is not good. However, rocks are up, which is amazing. And the whole thing is we want to chip down this Pokemon here. We want to chip down this Pokemon here. Tapu Fini. Defensive. Max defense takes 32 to 37 from Sonach here. Do I have another switch in mind? How much does Toxicity take from Scald here? Scald will do 46 points of health max. I don't want to do that. So we're going to go for our Stone Edge here. Again, we should take the hit. She's Scarf. Wow, she's Scarf. Okay. With little attack investment, it looks like. Yeah, so we're going to eat the hit. But she is Scarf. And we do connect. Yeah. Okay, so Scarf, Moonblast. My switch-in is going to be Scizor, it looks like here. I think I can middle ground it and go into Sinbad. Because I don't want her going for like a double and expecting this to sort of come in and kind of handle it that way. I don't want that at all. But we got some decent chip on this Pokemon here. We know it's Scarf as well. We did like 40%-ish to that, 35, 40%. So it tells me it's definitely not defensive. Probably going to be timid. There's a double. Yeah, so we're expecting her to double. Maybe into something to counter the Scizor. The Potato, that is something to counter the Scizor. And we get it. Awesome. That is great. That's why I wanted to get the mid ground with going to Toxicity here. If the Toxicity goes down, that's fine, I guess. But this is good because if it's defensive, which we expect it to be based on the fact that we did so much damage to Scizor, I think it's solid all around. I can go for a Boom Burst now. She can just go into Nihilego, but I think this is still fine. We get chip on Nihilego. There's the Fishbowl. And again, we do force out the Nihilego. Not the Nihilego, what am I saying? We do force out the Stunfisk a little bit more and more every time. Boomburst will come out. Okay. And now here I think I just stack, unfortunately. I think I just sack. I can also just Volt Switch here. I'll just Volt Switch. If she doesn't attack me for whatever reason, she doesn't attack me. If there's a Power Gem, that'll get the KO on us. Again, let's see if she gets a Speed Boost. If it's a Speed Boost, I can't go to Terrakion. If it isn't a Speed Boost, I can go to Terrakion. Special Attack Boost. Okay, so I'm going to go into Terrakion. We'll go to Terrakion here. And we'll hit it with some big damage here. Okay, I can go for a close combat. I think that's pretty safe. Like, I'll get the KO on this. I can... It's just like, obviously the play is like Crobat potentially. But Crobat, she's got to worry about the Stone Edge on the switch-in. She can also just go to Fini outright. I don't want to lose this Pokemon right now. I think I have to just go for the close combat here. If she goes into Crobat, she goes into Crobat. So we do like 20% to very low bulk Crobat. She's going to stay in, so we get rid of the Nihilego, which is awesome. So that's good for us. Obviously, it looks like it was here just to handle the Toxicity, so that's one thing, but we at least get rid of it, which is nice. Also, with the fact that Addison got a KO, I think she clinches playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. Rat Bastard comes in. Oh, Bat Rastard. My bad. Okay, here we can go into Smaug. I think that's the play. Go into Smaug. Do we see a defog? Do we see just a U-turn? I think Brave Bird is the best case scenario. There's the Brave Bird, okay. So let's take a look and see the damage on this. 171 down to 120, so that's 51. Let's take a look. Crobat. Level 50. Max attack against my Terrakion. Did 51 points of health. No, not Terrakion. Aerodactyl. That's a min roll for max attack Jolly. No attack Jolly. It's got to have some attack investment for sure. The question is, what am I going for now? Is it going to be the rock move? Is it going to be the dual wing beats? Is it going to be the earthquake? I feel like she just switches out. There's no way she stays in on this Pokemon. Like, there's no way she stays in on this Pokemon. So I feel like an earthquake makes the most amount of sense in my eyes. Yeah, I'll go with the earthquake here. There's no way she stays in. Yeah, so we go for the earthquake here. Hopefully we catch the Stunfisk. Nice, we got the Stunfisk. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Getting chip on this thing is huge for Scizor. The earthquake will come out, do decent damage to this. That's enough to chew a KO, that's for sure. And we'll go for another earthquake here. Oh, she switches out again. Is she going back to Crobat? Which is what, Aegislash? Yo, we got it. I'll take it. I'll take it. We hit this thing with... Oh, it's Air Balloon. Shit, that sucks. Well, let's go for a... Do I go for a taunt here? Or do I go for dual wing beats? I think I just go for my... She can go for a Totemize here. That's obviously not good. Without the attack boost, it's not as scary, but I think... Like, if I lose... without the air balloon, is it that big of a deal? Like, nothing on my team hits it with Earth, with ground moves other than this. Let's go for a taunt in case we see a setup move. I don't want her to go for sub. I don't want her to go for toxic. I don't want any of that shit. Damn. Oh, that's unfortunate. Close combat. 120. Just Okos. Does that tell me anything about the Aegislash? Close combat. 40% tops. Is this an opportunity for Scizor? Because Scizor should just KO outright with knockoff. She can't go for an attack. She can't go for anything else. So I can go for Scizor here. Again, when she's not Specs. Let's go back to this close combat against my Aerodactyl. So she has attack investment for sure, or she's actually like not minus attack because we're at 120. Yeah, she's like physically offensive. I think she's adamant. She's definitely adamant. So Scizor, close combat does 44 to 53. My question is she gonna stay in with this? I think she tries to switch out. She tries to preserve this thing. I revealed the knockoff already. I'll go for my Swords Dance here. I don't think she stays in. Yeah, she switches out. Okay, so back into this, which is cool. So we're at +2. Crobat. +4. If it's max HP, Bullet Punch KOs. What is this thing called? This thing is called Stunfisk. Stunfisk going for foul play here. +4 will KO me. I have to just go for the knockoff here. Just in case. So we get rid of the Stunfisk, which is cool. Come on. Oh, that sucks. In case she's not speedy on the what is it called? That just ruins things so much. Wow. Wow, that sucks. Okay. Crobat, Heat Wave. We're at +2. Heat Wave. Modest does 108 if it's modest. It's not modest, but like I'm like out of answers is the problem. I can go into this. When am I having a chance to set up? When do I have a chance to set up again? What we have to do with Scarf Fini, which is obviously a huge problem. And Aegislash still. Like, Heat Wave from no offense is 88 if it's got nothing at all. Like, I can go Terrakion here. Or Latios, and then I take the Brave Bird after. I think the play is just going to Terrakion. I can't risk losing Scizor yet. If this thing was in range of +2 Bullet Punch, that'd be amazing. But it's not. Heat Wave. Brave Bird. Okay, so that's the best it can do against me, it looks like. So Brave Bird against Scizor does under half. Well, if it's max HP, it does a bit more than half. But I have leftovers. Damn. Here I can go into Sorin. Okay. Okay. Here's my play, Mystical Fire. I can go for a T-Bolt here. It hits 3 mon super effectively, but Aegislash is like the Aegislash is the switch-in. Let's go for the Mystical Fire here. I don't think she goes into anything else. Just U-turns out. Okay. Like, I thought she'd be going to Azu so much more often, and she's not. And that's really hurting my game plan of getting Tangles and clicking knockoff. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. She goes into this too. Come on, man. We could have gotten rid of this. That would have been really good for everything, but it is what it is. It is what it is. She's at -1. We revealed our life orb. Let's go for another mystical fire here. She'll outspeed us. Tricks me. That's fine, I guess. Obviously it sucks, but she's trying not to get become setup fodder. So our special attacks dropped quite significantly. I can go into Deadpool here. I can go Choji now. She's at -2. Where is it? We have the... Nope, Tangrowth against the Tapu Fini with no attack investment, because we're pretty sure she has none. She's at -2. We'll get all the health back with Moonblast. So I'll go into Choji here. Oh, she got a Life Orb. I forgot to count that. But Life Orb, Moonblast at -2 does 32%. Surf. Okay, so that's going to do even less. Okay, let's go for I go for a knockoff here. That covers if she randomly decides to go into something else, but I think knockoff is still the play. Either way. Yeah, she's going to stay and go for a surf again. Damn it, she crit me. Come on. Oh my god, that crit sucked. Now she goes into Azu. Are you kidding me? Like, before she was forced to go into Crobat. And then go for an attack, and that could put her in range of +2. But now she can't. Now she, I don't think Azu's in range of +2 Bullet Punch anyways. I think Azu just cleans up. Azu +2 Bullet Punch. Yeah, it doesn't take enough. It's just 36 to 90. Jeez. Am I sacking off Soren here? I don't think I need to. Like, the Scarf is obviously nice to have for, like, this. But we don't have enough. We don't have damage to do against something like the Azu. We just don't do enough. It's over. It's over. Fuck. Crobat. Max HP. Regular knockoff does 38 with my Scizor. It's not enough. It's over. It's over. Let's go for a knockoff here. Brave Birds. She'll get a KO on me, but yeah, like that sucks. Because if she didn't get the crit there, we'd be up over half, and Brave Bird from Crobat is 54 max. So we can maybe get rid of the item on it. There's a recoil, and with how much she should be under half. Take helmet? I guess she took helmet already. Okay. I can go into Scizor here. How much does Scizor take from Azu? Bandit Aqua Jet is 42. It's Bandit Aqua Jet. But she outspeeds now with Aegislash no matter what. I can go this. I click Thunderbolt. It's the best I can do. It's the best I can do. I don't think I have it. I don't think I have it anymore. That really sucks. That really sucks. I think I could have played around the Crobat a lot more if I had access to that, but I don't. We go for our Thunderbolt here. So we have the KO on this, which is cool. It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Because even now, she can just go Azu, click Aqua Jet. If she's Bandit, it's fine, but in comes she, this thing. I just stay and I click Thunderbolt. If she Shadow Sneaks, she Shadow Sneaks, so be it. No, she doesn't sneak. That's fine. So I'll get a bit more damage on this. Swords Dance. Yeah, the paralysis is really coming to bite me in the ass now. Paralysis is really coming to bite me in the ass. Even then, now the trick is sucking, but yeah, she goes for sneak here. You know what? The off rip, it was really tough. Off rip was really tough. The lead with Scarfini hurts. Yeah, I think the Nihi Lego broke a lot more than I wanted it to. Maybe I should have gone to Terrakion earlier on instead of Scizor. But what are you gonna do? We lose this one, and I think our season's over. You know, when it came to players that like we knew we're gonna have a hard time against, that are gonna be really strong, and like everyone's strong in this league, but the people that I feel like are on another level, we need to play better. And I think the best person we played this season, no offense to anyone else, was Addison. And we were in a situation where we should have been able to clinch playoffs beforehand, but 2 games we just played terribly. And because of that, our season, I believe, should be coming to an end over here. But we're going to be clicking knockoff. Yeah. Man, that's so unfortunate. Because if I get the attack off, if I don't get paralyzed and I decide to stay in, for whatever reason, I decide to stay in on... we die to this. Shit. If I decide to stay in for whatever reason on the Crobat, then I can always, I can click Bullet Punch after that, get the KO on that. At that point, everything is in range of +2 Bullet Punch, except for that thing, which, depending on how much HP I have, which I should be out of range of close combat because I'm taking leftovers, recovery, and all that stuff, I'll be in a really good spot. But because I got paralyzed, I can't risk it. I can't. So that's really, really, really unfortunate. Season's over, basically. I don't think there's any way we can actually win, well, if we win next week, I don't think it does anything at all for us, which is just terrible. But we knew we were gonna have a hard time with this matchup. She's a good player, and our team is really, really good. We knew 4 mons were coming. We're like, these 4 mons are coming 100%. We know it for a fact, and we still couldn't do anything about it because every other Pokemon except for Torracat had a really good possibility of showing up as well. It just shows like how good of a team that she has. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Channel members are Liv, Eric, Zeke, and Texas Man. Those are our level 1s. Our level 2 is Tone, and our level 3 is Sully. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank you all for watching as well. Last week's CGT video went over 1,000 views, which is awesome. Over 60 likes, which is amazing. So make sure to do the same thing. Comment the C word of the day down below, and I will see you guys all next time.